Super Bomberman R in and of itself was a pretty interesting game. It came out in 2017 initially for the Nintendo Switch, and it was part of the Nintendo Switch release announcement. If you've never played a Bomberman game in your entire life until this very moment, first of all, welcome to the club. I may as well be the president. Second of all, yeah, me too. If you like any of these pieces of media, or anything akin to these pieces of media, you will definitely like Bomberman R, and it will be right up your alley. For starters, not only do we have bright colors, simplistic designs, but we do also have story that people seem to like. The first Bomberman R game especially has a brand new take on an old story, which is very creative and inventive. If you are an older fan of Bomberman content entering Bomberman R for the first time, there are a few pointers I'd like to give to you just as a heads up more than anything. Power-ups work a lot differently in Super Bomberman R, and in fact they are a little more limited in that sense than they are in the old games. You can take your power-ups from level to level, but you cannot take them between worlds. For example, if you get a power-up on planet Timber Tree, you cannot take it to the next planet, which I believe is Brainwave. In the second Bomberman R game, it's even more limited, because if you play online mode, certain characters cannot pick up certain things, which does kind of suck. It does create a sense of competition though, and it does create a challenge for those that like the challenge. For those that don't like the challenge and feel that the increase in difficulty is a little too unnatural, understandable, have a nice day. Additionally, trying to compare and contrast the new Bomberman with the old Bomberman can be a bit of a slippery slope. Some of the criticisms are partially valid, especially when you think that the first game has old plotline, old characters, etc. However, what really needs to be done about Super Bomberman R when approached is remembering that it is a re-franchise rebrand of Bomberman. So of course there's going to be differences. The differences may not be good, and you're all subjective to your own opinion. However, there are a lot different things because it's intending to be something new and different. As a whole, on an entire basis, Super Bomberman R has very mixed reviews. For instance, people who love the game for its new clever design, its 3D models sometimes, and also the sense of story that is present, and how the cutscenes function, because they look like a comic. I'm not gonna lie, me too. All of those are reasons I love the game. I like how the story is a new retelling of an old tale. That kind of thing fascinates me. However, on the opposing side of this argument, the majority of the complaints of the game have to do with gameplay. And not gonna lie, I can understand where that's coming from. Power-ups work a lot differently. Some things are harder than others, and some things that were present in older games just don't exist in Bomberman R, where they absolutely could and should, in order to improve the state of the gameplay and make the increase in difficulty feel a lot more natural.